All right. We should be live yet again here at the Hannibal show. And today we are playing a game called Sandustry. Let's see if it actually shows up here. There we go, I think. Yes, there we go. So it's basically a game that has been provided by Hooded Horse. The key for the game has been provided by Hooded Horse, and it's a very interesting game. It kind of scratches that itch where you kind of take one thing, convert one thing to another one, convert that thing to another one, and here it is sand. So if you've ever played like a mod pack on Minecraft, like for example Create, you take cobblestone, grind it down to gravel, use the gravel to grind that down to sand and down to dust, and then you can use the dust to get all sorts of stuff. This is kind of similar in a similar vein to this. So this game is still in development. Welcome to Sandustry Early Access. Your feedback will shape the game as new features are added, and the experience continues to evolve throughout development. Press F2 for feedback. Yada, yada, yada. Thank you for your support, Lando, the developer. Right. So let's jump into a new game, shall we? Oh wait, maps coming soon. All right, new game. World name. Hannibal's Sandbox. There we go. We'll make that our seed. I don't know if there is like any world options or anything. The demo, I think, is still free. If you go on Steam, you should be able to... You know what? I can probably get a little link here if I go over to the store page, copy page URL, and put that in there, and there you should be able to see yeah, okay, the demo has been bye-bye, but there is definitely where you can get this the game if you are interested. But yeah, let's generate the world and hope for the best. Loading, generating world. When the sand begins to whisper, the warden's awake. All right, just a little smidge of insanity. That's good, I guess. A smidge of insanity goes a long way. All right, mission briefing. Planet PX47, assignment, establish link. Mission briefing. Who is this? Archon Prime. Sentinel Commander. Welcome, Prospector. I am Archon Pre, orbital observer of the Hylodyne Sand Survey Program. Alright. Positive probe. Telemetry has green light. An on-site sand survey of PX47 to assess gold yield potential. Ooh, I like gold. Objective: extract sand and build an initial gold producing factory. All right. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. So let's do the thing. This is Flight Officer Zoe. Your orbital operation support. I will guide you through the mission. But first, drop pod is locked on trajectory and cleared for dispatcher. Ready when you are. All right, let's. I don't know. Should we do it? All right, let's press the launch sequence here. Already, this is quite a lot different to the demo that I tried. Yeah, is the game audio a little bit? Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better than the demo. All right, so hold mouse button left to dig terrain. There we go. So you see those little shovel hands we have. We go around and dig out sand from the ground. All right, press 2 to select the grabber. So that is the grabber. Then we'll pick the sand and drop it in the water, okay? So let's just do that. There we go. Drag the mouse back and forward outside the water. Okay, so let's get all the sand back, and then we'll just shake it here. Right, put the gold in the collector, which is up here, and boom, there we go. Oh, we need more. All right, let's get all of this, and shake it. There we go, and put it in the box. All right, we do need more. Okay, let's do it one more time. Grab the sand, shake it. There we go, and we'll put the rest of the sand up here, and there's like 2 more pixels here. Can we get... There we go. All right, and then shake it. There we go, and put the gold in here. Good, good, good. So we know there is gold here, and that is all that we need to know, right? Open tech tree with P, okay. Research shaker. Okay, let's research the shaker. Open build menu with Q. Okay. Build shaker and foundation. Shaker and foundation. All right, let's do that. Oh, so we do need to build it at a specific spot here. What is that one? And then the shaker. Like so. There we go. So now drop wet sand on the shaker. So let's go back into the grabber, put that in the water. There we go. And pick that up and put that on the shaker like so. And then it kind of automatically just put some more sand in the water here, because we're going to need to, you know, get all that sand. So now you can see we need to research logistics. So press T for the thingy. We do need more coins though. So let's get that in here. Another thing we could have done, we were a little bit smart. If we hold down X, we could just remove all of this. And before we do that, I would like to move all of that over here. It is a very interesting game. I mean, it's very, what should we call it? It is very responsive. So when you do things, everything just works, which is absolutely fantastic. And then we'll do a little box here just to begin with. And can we remove that one? And press 5. That is the collection box. That is where all the gold goes in. We'll just put that in there. We'll grab the digger or the grabber, and then we'll just put all that sand up here. And all the what is it called? Residue should just end up in this box here. So for now, it looks fairly simple, but it could easily become a lot more complicated. One thing that is going to be an issue, and that is water. We are using water for every time we do this. For some reason, there was gold up there. All right. Yeah, how much gold do we have now? 37. We needed, what, 30? To get logistic unlocked. There we go. And we don't need to double click it. Okay. So, oh, what do you want me to do now? All right, build a conveyor belt and a launcher. Can we, like, skip the tutorial? I think we'll skip it. Because you just messed up everything now, didn't you? Stupid tutorial. Destroyed my little building here. My grand plan for world domination. You know, it happens to the best of us. All right. Yeah, next. Okay, okay. So, yeah, now that we have a system going, let's continue digging out some more sand, because we're probably going to need quite a bit. We do have unlock hover. Oh, that's right. We can't hover, which is going to be a little bit of an issue. But let's try and dig out all of this. And wet sand. Make sure that regular sand is just placed. You know what we could do here? We could actually do a... I know that is... I need a conveyor belt. Yeah, this... Okay, so what we can do for now, we can do a launcher. It's basically an elevator. So we'll just do, so that's going to go in here. So we could just do something like that. So now it's just going to mix things up a little bit. So it kind of, everything kind of goes into the water, right? It's kind of what we're trying to do here. So let's just fill this up, and let's also dig out a little bit more here. I think that could be good. Research hover. Oh, we do not know how to jump. Am I reading that right? Oh, press up. Okay. Okay, let's just dig out all of this. Alright, I think we have dug out everything. There we go. And let's just bring that up here. Up here. Up here. Yeah, because before we didn't have to research hover, I think, in the demo. I think we just had it from the beginning. Another thing we can do, because this is kind of piling up here, so what we can do is bring this up a little bit. We'll get a launcher that kind of goes from here and up and turn it that way, like so. And then we'll take a conveyor belt and we'll bring it in that way. So now all this residue will kind of move in here, and it will be kind of shot at, let's just make sure, at this wall here, so that this has kind of a room to kind of process a little bit better. Does that make sense? Maybe. Well, anyways, we're gonna be doing more dropping of stuff here. It does seem like we might actually be running out of water. Yeah, it does seem like that might be a thing very, very soon. Yeah, might be running out of water. And that could be a problem, because we do need to have... Can we... No, okay. So let's just drag all this up here. It's going to be nice. Is that wet? Regular sand. We just need wet sand. Also, this could potentially be moved from the conveyor belts. Like so. We already have way too much. Can we get another launcher up like that? And maybe another one up like that. And then we'll press X and we'll do something like that. So it comes in here, and if it's high enough, it kind of goes up there. That makes sense? I feel like it doesn't make sense. I think we're gonna have to kind of give it all we got here. Maybe we could even get another one up here. Just to kind of get this moving, right? Well, let's keep moving the sand. The wet sand needs to be moved. We do have some regular sand here. And eventually we're going to be doing kind of all sorts of fun stuff with... is that something we need to dig? No. Okay, so wet sand. Let's get that up here. Yeah, so now we're doing quite all right here. Let's get... Oh, there is tons of water right here, which is nice. Is this wet sand or... Yeah, and all of this is just regular sand. Now, all the components... Well, I'm just going to drop it in here like an idiot. There we go. Sure. And... Sure. All right. We have 200 coins. Okay, so let's go into our research tree here. We can do the hover, which is a nice ability. All right, so we've done the hovering. And then I think we're kind of done here. There are like a couple more pixels we could dig out. So, I mean, why not? There we go. All right. and just put those in here. And then we'll just remove this, I think. What is the next thing they want us to do? Just move some of this over here while we try and figure out, build a conveyor belt in the water. Okay, so what I think we'll do is try to get like a... Let's use this as our main water source. Also, there's like a little cave in here. I don't think I'm fitting in there anytime soon. But let's build this a little bit. So let's say we did something like that. Does that mean I can remove the water now? No. Okay, so we cannot build in water. That is kind of strange. Okay, so we could do that in the demo, but... So we would like to build a conveyor belt in the water. Okay. So let's say we build it from here to... We probably should build it further down. So if I build it here, is that going to be a problem? I don't know. Okay, let's go and dig some more stuff. Is that going to be... If I bring that over here, is that going to... Yes, okay. That's kind of what I wanted to see. We would like to have you going that way, you going that way, and then let's also take away half of the belt here and have that go that way, like so. And then you. Then let's just get all of this here dealt with, and then we'll do something incredibly fun, I hope. We're going to be moving that up here, like so, and we'll, excuse me, up. You know what, I think we'll do this first. We'll have a conveyor belt going from here. Is there a way to turn it? Alt. So let's turn that here. So all the sand that will drop down in this puddle here is going to be lifted up from here and up to here. Although we do need to expand the conveyor belt. There we go. So now that will automatically move out there. You... see, number 7 here. You go up there, and we'll remove one of you. And we'll have you come up. You know what? It's fine. They can all go. So we have 2 going in that way and 2 coming in from that side. So when we go in here, let's say we dig a little bit here, right? And then we'll just move that. Golgorovsky, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a most excellent day. So we could just skip that down here, and then it will come up here. It will be sifted or shaken, and then we'll have a little pile of gold here. I do wonder if we instead would like to have a conveyor belt on this side here, like so. So when that all comes down there, we should be getting more gold. All of the dirt is gone. And similar here, if we dig down here, should be able to get sand from here, and that should be sent up here, right? So that's how we're gonna get gold for now. All right, so let's find fluxite, upgrade grabber, research flamethrower. All right. So let's have a look at the tech tree. Filters. Oh wait, what is wrong with the image? It's strange. Why did it turn all black? Ah. Well, anyways, filters will allow us to... Yeah, what is happening here with the... Okay, give me a second here. Maybe there is a better way of... The game built on Chromium cannot be captured using game capture. Use window capture, okay? So let's use window capture instead then, which is Sandustry. And let's do that. Okay, is that going to be better? Great. And how are you today? Are you alone today? Yeah, maybe she will drop in later. If this is not a game I think she does enjoy, so this is more like a nerdy... Hey, excuse me, how do we get gold down here? Well, anyways, the gold is back up. So we need to find Flux, upgrade the grabber, T, and how do we upgrade the grabber? Map, 100 for minimap, sprint booster, okay, and then we have filters. Filters would be nice. And then we also need to get probably more. Probably more. More is always better, right? So let's just start clearing some sand here. And it could be that we're going to have to make this box even bigger. I think another thing we could have done, which, well, for now we're just going to need to drop this in here. We're going to need a little bit of money. A little bit of gold. Now let's also drop something on this side so can get more. I'm a little bit worried though. So what I think we'll do, I think we'll make like a little assortment here, so we don't get like everything at once. We should potentially also have done something like that. Is it going to be a problem here? Just so it doesn't fall back down, because that would have been, you know, kind of annoying. But anyways, we were doing stuff here. And yeah, we shouldn't get too much at a time now, so just one box height. See here. Autosave in 1. Autosaving. Good. Alright. And we'll just dig up some more. And the money is pouring in. That's what we like to see. And I do think this needs to be bigger. So we'll do you. We'll do some launchers. Wasn't that what they were called? Launchers, yep. Have them go that way. And then we'll just do a conveyor that connects here. And then we'll just remove all of that. So now all of that can kind of go a little bit more out there. Hopefully we don't get any issues here by getting dirt in here. Oh, no. We need this to be higher. Like so. Right. Good. So all this should eventually, I think, go in here. We have 300 monies, which is good. Let's just keep pitching this up in here. Like so. All the sand. All of it. All of it. There we go. What is this? Shaken wet sand. Okay, so we actually do need to have like a certain amount of pixels to do this, but I'm a little bit worried that we Oh, there's some extra water here. That's nice. I think we'll just use that water to wetten the sand here. So if we use sand, we use a little bit of water. But since there is a little bit of water here, we can use that to our advantage. I don't think we can pick up water. Can we? No. But we're just going to get everything in here, I think. Another thing we could have done, we could have, if we were a little smart, you know, just a little bit, we could just have done something like that. And do, say, something like that. So now when we dig, it will automatically be, well, eventually automatically be sent in here. And it will just fall into that little pit there, and everything should be fine. 6 to go in here, 7 to go there, right? Then we kind of have automated a little bit of this area. A little bit worried about, does the conveyor belts work? There we go. That's just a little block in there that were doing weird things. But yeah, it does seem to work, even though we don't have all the bits and bobs built there. Alright, how are we doing now? We are needing a bigger box for this, I think. Can we just maybe we could just do it like this. All right, just shoot it that way, please. Yeah, go that way. Or can we do it a different way? If I do that and then do it like that, is that gonna work? Maybe. And then we can do it like that, and then we could bring it up a little closer here. Yeah, that could be a good idea. So you see all the sand here is also conveyor belt. So you need to go that way. And is there, oh, there is some pixels blocking the way there. Then we could just dig, well, down to here. And remove you and continue the launchers. Or maybe the belts. It's too small. So let's do something like that. And we also, of course, need to have the elevator going up here. And we'll just keep digging out all of this. All of it needs to go. Onto the conveyor belt, make us money. Speaking of money, this is starting to get full. And also, can we... how did we unlock the tech tree again? Wasn't it T? There we go. Alright, so we can do sprint boost, we can do a flare gun, and some wall lights. I think we're just gonna ignore that for now. Let's unlock tier 2. Okay, so here we need to get the flamethrower. Oh, wait. Link ready. Alright. Accept. Meow. Nice place. Additional text tree routes approved. All right. It's also time to start thinking about your water supply. I've been targeted the location for some ancient boiler ruins on your map. Explore them after you unlock the flamethrower. Might give you an idea on how to get cave water flowing to your factory. All right. What else can we do here? Conveyor portal. Ooh. Conveyor portal. That's interesting. But let's do the flamethrower and then the kinetic press. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now we have a flamethrower and the kinetic press. So as far as I recall, let's just get this sorted out here. As far as I recall, we do need... Oh, can we just throw this over here? A little cheesy. That how we're gonna go over that little bump there? Yeah, that's our solution for now. That is our solution for now. Oh, are we also running out of conveyor belts? Let's just do that. And let's also do that. And we'll just keep going. So yeah, we had the water supply issue. We still have plenty of water here, so I'm not quite worried yet. But eventually the water is going to run out. And we're going to be in a little bit of a pickle. And who doesn't like a little bit of pickle? There we go. Okay, let's say that is good enough for now. We forgot one pixel here. There we go. All right. Now we should be... Oh, this might actually be conveyor belt going that way. Hold down control to kind of override the block. There is a piece of gold here. I don't know how that piece of gold got there, but well, if needs must. All right. And now we have to deal with all this. We do have a flamethrower. Yeah, there we go. The flamethrower, we can torch this. So we can just light this on fire. And the, whatever this is called, residue is going to be turning into burnt residue. And if we read on this, the kinetic press, it doesn't actually say, not kinetic press. Yeah, it doesn't actually say, but what you do, basically, we do something like that. And then we'll have a filter here going in that direction. And how do we... Oh, how do we... sand. Wait. How do we how do I allow sand? No. How do we do this? Oh, okay. We had to set it up before. Okay, so allow burnt residue to go through here. So if we now bring, let's see, we should be able to bring this. It could be that we're going to have to redo this entire thing. No, not you. Number 6, the conveyor belt. So let's say we do something like that. Like so. And then we'll continue the conveyor belt over here. And then we'll make this into a box. Like so. And then we'll have a conveyor belt going that direction and that direction. But we kind of don't want that to continue anymore. So let's get this up. Yeah, how do we want this to be? Oh, I know. We're gonna have to make this in separate elevations. Okay, so we kind of only want the burnt residue to come up here. So what we'll do, we'll have an elevator that goes up kind of like that. And kind of just fling the burnt residue away all over the place here. It's a little bit tedious, but okay. And then we also would like to have... We need to have a filter. And we would like to have... allow block burnt residue. Okay, so if we now have... Take the grabber and we take burnt residue, put that up here. Oh. Yeah, yeah. So everything else, let's take gold for example. Everything else should go through here except for the burnt residue. That is kind of what I wanted to happen. And then we would like to have the launcher continuing up here. Now that should go up here, and it should eventually fall down here. I see another issue. Yeah, I see another issue. We need to build higher, I think. Either that, or we could... Kinetic. Let's see, let's put you here. I mean, it doesn't need to be that long, right? Let's just do that. And then we'll have a filter here. And we'll block the other thing that we get here, which is spores. Seeds. All right, they've renamed them to seeds. So we'll block seeds here. Again, it's a little bit... Seeds. Block seeds from falling through here, right? So if I now put you up here. Let's see here. Follow this up here. Oh, we do need to have the flinger up here, right? So now only the gold is going to go down. Oh, wait, what? Is there a way to... Okay. Filter. There are seeds, right? Seeds. Okay. Now seed is going through and gold continues. Yeah, it needs to be the other way. Can I copy those settings? Filters, seeds. Only gold is going to go through here, right? Okay. So now seed should go continue that in that direction. Okay, so now we have separated the seeds from the gold. Let's just make sure that we have all the seeds up here. And then we could do that. And we could also do that and just make this a little bit bigger. We could also have that come out all the way out here. Just so we have all the gold in one collection box, right? Okay. So what are we going to do with the seeds? That's an excellent question. I'm also curious because we're currently using quite a lot of space here. Let's keep digging. Let's make let's make another little launcher that kind of goes down here, and you can come that way. And we'll just keep digging in just to get a little bit more. Oh, hello. Gosh, look what we found. A little cave. Just move all of the sand up here so it doesn't fall down into the cave there. Like so. But we are still not done here. We would like... this to come up here, right? So let's do some of that, and that means we're going to need to turn some of the conveyor belts. So you're going to go in that direction, and then you're going to go in that direction, right? So they're all going to be smushed together, and I spy with my little eye a little problem. Yep, we are going to be ending up with regular non-burnt, whatever this is called, residue. Okay, so let's do residue. Let's get that in here. So if I do that, it's filters residue, block residue from going in here. If I do that now, the burnt material should go in there, and yeah, we have another problem here. Yeah, we have a major problem. Could you just go up here and build you here? Because now all of this is not supposed to be here. All the residue shouldn't be here. We'll just get this in the box. Manually moving it like an idiot. One thing we could have done though, we could have made a bigger storage box for this. And we'll do a conveyor belt going in here. Going in here. Yeah, this is not working out. This is not working out, my friends. Houston, we might have a problem. Okay. let's first of all, let's burn some more of this. And some more of this. Oops. There we go. So that will burn down. And then you, I would like to only have filters. We only will allow seeds to go in this box. And we could potentially continue this out here a little bit. Then have you go all the way up here. And do that. This is still not doing us any favors. What if we do allow seeds? No, it's going to be block seeds. There we go. So if anything of this gets up here, let's see here. Is there any more residue that comes up here? Yeah, all the other stuff is just going to fall back down here into the pile. And let's just help this out a little bit. Oh, but didn't we unlock the conveyor portal? That could be a good way of kind of separating things a little bit. Let's see here. Conveyor portal. Yeah, let's do that. And tab. Where is the building, right? Okay, we'll put that in instead of this. So what we can do now is to do a conveyor belt going in that direction. And then use the portal. Like so. And, oh, does it just go side to side? E. Picker V. Ruler. Can we not go up and down with this? Control, replace. No. Am I misreading something here? Should allow a much cross production line without mixing. Interesting. What is this? Thermal buffer. And what is this? Burner belt. Ooh. Okay. Sweeper drones and cryoblaster. Which produces infinite snow that can freeze water into solid lava or be steamed into rain. Okay. Should we unlock? Let's unlock the map. Okay. I'm failing to make a fail-safe here, which is not good. And also, do need you kind of move up a little bit so we can... Oh, we can't do that? That is kind of unfortunate. Oops. Well, the goal will eventually find its way back in here if it lands on the conveyor belt. Like it goes here, in here, and yeah. Yeah, Houston, we kind of have a little bit of a problem because these don't work anymore. Can we just stop this for a minute? Thank you. Yeah, that's not going to do us any favors because all the green stuff is needing to go out there. Do we need an additional one? Allow gold. Okay. Allow gold. Like so. Now, is this also pushing in here? Okay, I'm struggling with the basics here. This is very, very embarrassing. Okay, just move you guys over here. And can we potentially use the portal here? For now, that's kind of how we're going to do it. Okay, we need you guys to burn, and we need this to be moved. Right. Is there anything else we could build here? We can build the sweeper drone. I think we'll build a thermal buffer. And then we need another 500 coins to get through there. But if I do you here, it's not long enough. If I do, say, that, and remove those, and then do you up here. Well, it kind of works. But I still feel like we are producing quite a lot more burnt residue than we should. So where is all this burnt residue coming from? It's mainly on this side. Okay, are things done falling down? Oh. Right, now things are done falling down. Okay, let's bring you back up again. And this is also logging up. I think we also need a new area for gold storage, because this is absolutely not working the way I wanted it to work. D. We can do the burner belt. So what we can do here is basically make, what is it, Q, burner belt. If I do that not work? Or is it because we don't have the thermal buffer underneath? And then we'll do the... Does that work? Yeah, but now we have another issue. Now we don't have anywhere for the... Gosh. Okay. I think we'll make some other boxes. I think let's go up here. Let's go up here. We'll make a large box for gold. Gold box. Gold box o'clock. Okay. And then here we're only gonna allow gold to go through. And then then we're gonna have to... do we actually... Let's see here. Is there... I think I saw some sweeper drones. We need 800. Okay, give me a second here. Let me just move some of the gold over here. Maybe, if we're very lucky, we can get all the gold in here. That would have been very nice. And I think we'll try and rethink our entire factory. We are going to need, though, to get this be set as a collector box. So... one thing we could have done... Could have temporarily done that. And then done that. This is just temporary. Everything is temporary, right? Move out here, and then the launcher will go up here. And you need to be a conveyor belt going in that direction. Okay. And then let's just open this up. And let's remove all of this. Oh, what is that? Dirt. Means we can't remove all of that. For now. And remove all of that. This is eventually going to make its way up here. I hope. Let's just make sure we don't... you know... accidentally throw it over the border here, okay? Trying to fix. You can still be there. You can still go away. You're still going that way. But I'm curious. Were there any... If I do this now, and I'd like to see more regular residue come in here. Is it being burnt? So this kind of acts as a battery. I don't know how much... Okay, if I just stop now. It does eviscerate over time. So this is a thermal... Stores and exchange heat. Exchange with flamethrower or consumes adjacent lava or snow. Okay. So could we then potentially have sealed it in? That means we're going to need you to be a conveyor belt. We're doing a little bit of an experiment here. I don't know if how this kind of works. But that means you need to be up here. There's a little thing in the way here. And then you just keep burning this. I don't know if it kind of keeps the warmth here or what. But yeah, we needed what? We needed we need stuff. And I'm also not 100% sure if this thing here is kinda the way to go, but this definitely needs to be expanded a little bit in case we would like to, you know, remove that. But we are kind of sorting things out here, I would say. Okay, so how does the burn thing work? Does it work? Can we remove that one now and that one? What if we add up 2? Is that going to be too much? I'll do something like that. In case we, like this little bit here, is going to be knocked off, right? Well, if it was higher. Okay. Okay, I think we are doing alright. Look at all the gold we're getting. Nice. We needed how much to get what? We wanted 800 to get the sweeper drones. And then we can get the cryoblaster. How are we doing in regards to water? We're doing fine, but we don't actually have any ways to deal with this at the moment. Although this is starting to look fairly empty, so let's take all of this away. Which means we'll take all of that away. We'll take all of that away, and then we'll take those and place them. Yeah, you can sleep here for a minute, and then all the gold is just gonna make its way over there. Okay. So that means what exactly? Let's get. They also said upgrade our grabbers. I don't quite know how we're gonna do that, but okay. Just to help out a little bit. 800, okay. See, and then sweeper drones. How do they work? Sweeper drones. I guess they are the tools. Okay. Oh. My oh my. There we go. You did good, I believe. So that means we can remove all of that. All of that, all of that, all of that. Okay, so we want to get let's think for a minute. So we bring you up here. Also, if we do something like that, that means we're not going to get too much of the stuff, right? That is actually necessary. Okay, so we do want you to kind of filter down. So we are going to need to get the shaker again. Let's bring it up quite high. Then we'll bring you down with something like that. And then all of this is going to be gold, right? And all the gold basically just going to go in here. But, oh man. So if we bring you up here. Bring you up. Bring you up. And bring you up. Like, no. Like so. That means all the wet stuff is gonna go down here. Man, why? Hmm. Okay, so all the wet stuff is gonna go from here. And then gonna be using the shakers here and down to here. So that means we should be able to do... It's not gonna work. We only use 2. It should be able to work, right? So then we should be able to get you out here. So all the gold is going to come from here and then just go up here. I think. All that's going to go in here. And you're going to go in here. Maybe we just want to have 1. Yeah, maybe we just want to have 1 going in here. Because then we could kind of wall this off a little bit. Like so. Then we could tear down this. We're gonna have a big gold box, but only a tiny little thing here. Right. Well, they should eventually make their way up here, going down here, shaken, and then from here, let me just chop that down. From here, you're gonna have a conveyor belt leading it onwards, and then into burner belts, right? And then we'll have like a little area here where we fill up with those thermal batteries, like so. So if I do this now, I don't know how long we're gonna have to sit here and burn it, and will it eventually, or if I did that, is that gonna do us any favors? No idea. Okay, then we're gonna have another conveyor belt going out here. And I think they can fall down here. And I think maybe we could do, if they're not getting in there, like if they're not getting burnt, right? We don't want this to be, sending the unburnt residue. If you fall down here, I'm gonna have a filter. It's gonna go basically just back here. Filter, so we're gonna allow residue to go back here, right? And then here we're gonna allow burnt residue to kind of just continue on its journey, right? Burnt residue, residue. So residue is gonna go that way. Oh, I see. There's an issue here with the elevator. Nope. 7. Nope. I'm gonna go all the way up. All the way up. Okay, so there is one wet sand. Will be shaken into a residue. And we're gonna get a piece of gold. And then it's gonna go in here, go out here, go up here, and get spewed out there, right? That's our gold box. I have to cross into a portal to get in there, okay? Okay, let's do that. So that is burnt residue. And that is not burnt residue. So they're going to be burnt. Okay, good, good, good. Then we'll have a little filter, which of course is set up wrong. So we're going to have allow burnt residue. Okay, so block burnt residue. Okay, so let's do something like that. So now we're gonna be like that. Conveyor belt. Now we would like to have you go down here and fall down in here. And then here, we're going to allow gold to go through. Other way. Right, so gold is going to fall through here, and then it's just going to be... Wait, do we just want to have that be sent back up here? Into this system here? I mean, we could. So if we just have you... lead you back down into the elevator. Okay. Let's just wall this off temporarily. And let's find a little bit of sand here. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay. So let's follow the sand. I'll just put it here. Okay, sand goes in here. Turn it into wet sand. And, you're gonna need to go up, right? So the wet sand comes up here, and it needs to travel for a little bit for some weird reason. I think I know why. Because I would like to have this be something like this. Kind of box this in. Okay, so the gold falls down here, and it gets sent into the portal through here into the money bin. All right. Money bin it is. And then, can I just borrow some of that? Put that here. So then some of this is going to get burnt and turned into burnt residue. And then here we will allow work residue to go through here. Okay, then we'll follow the gold. We'll just tease it a little bit, and then the gold will fall down back into here, or go back up here. And it goes here, and it will fall through the shaker and go back in here. So basically, if we have a ton of gold, it will go down here. But oh, I see why. We need a conveyor belt here. Bring that onwards. But we need to make sure that we are kind of safe. So let's get some more sand. Is there any sand here? Wet sand. I think we got all of it. Get you here. Get some of this. If some of this gets over, it will automatically fall down here. Automatically fall down here. Yeah, because there's no need to have that one here, right? And then this residue, does it float if I put it in here? Yeah, it kind of does. Which is a little bit annoying. But okay, It floats. It will eventually make its way back up here. Okay, and then we're gonna have to do the whole shebang with the conveyor thing here. Excuse me, you need to go here. You need to be a elevator going up here. And then you need to be a conveyor belt going there. And then we just need to... So then all of this should turn into seeds, right? Okay. So we spent a lot of time doing absolutely nothing. Let's just get this back up here. Oh my, power sneeze. Let's just put you guys up here. Make sure you get burnt. And it does seem like it. Let's also... I don't know how long we need to sit here and burn, if there is like a maximum threshold on these blocks, or... But yeah, here we have another thing that can go wrong. I think we'll remove you. I think actually we'll remove all of you. And make sure that we do something like that. So we... Yeah. Okay. Let's continue digging a little bit. I think we were done down there. Let's see if we can dig some more here. Like so. And yeah, I see there is like a little water here. That means we could probably save up on water. I also do wonder if we are getting a little bit... Yeah, we should try and look into the water aspect of things. Can I burn this? Yeah, grass can burn. Right. And let's just get all this away. And this is the F thing here. So now we should be able to press U for upgrade. Got it. Floxite. All right. So here we can spend some Floxite doing metal scanner, metal hovering, expanding capacity, extended range, big speed, swarm expansion, utilities, tools. Okay, it just is the same thing. All right, let's do a let's do expand capacity. Well, that's expensive. And metal scanner. We have 100 left. Let's do dig speed. Let's also do I think this is ice, which we can melt probably with our fire thing here. Yeah, look at that. And it turns into water. That is nice. Now we kind of don't have any way of getting the water back up. to the ground, which is a little bit annoying. Let's do something like that, and let's also do something like that, and then we'll just dig all of this as well. I mean, lots of this is going to turn into wet sand due to that little pocket. Also, there's a little arrow pointing that way, which means there might be secrets here. So let's go. Oh, look at that. Cave. Alright, so just do some more conveyors. Like so. And that should eventually make its way up. I do think, though, there is like a little pixel in here somewhere that is stopping us here. Oh yeah, that's right. We upgraded our grab box. That is pretty big at the moment. Alright, things are moving along nicely. It's gonna get up here. It will... I think we'll... do something like that. That. And then look at all that gold. Gold will eventually come back up here, mix in between the dirt and the sand. Let's also make sure that we have enough heat in here. To burn all of this. This should also be like a little... almost like a little barbecue. We don't want this to be overfilled, I think. It will fall down eventually. Also curious, could we like... I do that? Will all of the things go in there? I think so. Kind of want this to build up, right? So it kind of spreads down here. Okay. So how is the box here coming along? It is not. Okay. One thing we would like to do is to make sure this is going up here. And we'll have a launcher going up here. Have a launcher going up here. And a launcher going... Excuse me. Can we go the right way, please? Yeah, that's fine. Just to kind of spread things out a little bit. Okay, so we do still need to burn more residue, which means we're going to need to make more wet sand. Luckily for us, there is a little bit of that here. And we potentially do that. That a dumb idea? I think that is a dumb idea. But it is moving, though. What is this? Steam? When did we get steam? I have no idea. Maybe it was when we... I'll just let you guys loose in here. Oh, they are escaping. All the steam. Oh, you as well. And we put you in... Doesn't matter. The thing is, steam will eventually go up and fall down as rain. So, what I think we'll do, I think we'll do something like that, and then we'll do something like that, and same here. So you need to be here, and something like that. So now all the water will flow back down here. I don't like the idea there are stuff here. This needs to be shoot that goes straight down here, right? So if we get steam, we can just release it up here. And it should be fine, I hope. Let's bring you... Nice, fine. It goes up here. It could behoove us to something like that. If we have steam coming from here, it should go... Should eventually go up in here, I think. Alright, we have a lot of money again. We could press T. We can do the cryosphere. Now, can we make a little box here? Like so. And then can we use that to generate snow? Yes. Yes, we can. Can we melt the snow into steam? Yes. Let's just melt all the snow here. And then can we... Yeah, all the steam is going up here. And then it comes back down as water, as rain. And then that's just going to drop back down here. Okay. So, does that mean... Q, if we are smart here, if we do a... burn box here, and then have... Can I just Yeah, let's do something like that. And then fill this in with snow. Now, we kind of don't want to have this land in here, because it will kind of make ice, right? That means we will not be able to send things here. It will land on the ice. So we're going to have to melt all of this away. Sadly, all the water is also going to be melted away, but we have kind of made like a contraption, so all the steam should, in theory, well, it's still being built up here, so that's fine. So the steam should go up here and come back down as water. So, but does this work? I do this now. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. So we basically are going to have to do this to generate water. So we could theoretically just take all that away. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's a fun way to clear snow. I wish we had stuff like this in Norway, the local snow removal team running around with flamethrowers. That would have been something. There we go, and then we could just fill it up with snow if we ever need more water, right? But how much water does it translate into? That's a completely different question. Yeah, let's make it snow. Make a little winter wonderland here. I also wonder if we should just so we don't actually, dumb idea. It does need to have the option to escape. It really, really does. Okay, and then let's do this. It's gonna take a little bit of time before all this steam kind of turns into water. You can kind of see the steam build up here. And just make sure that all the water gets where it needs to be. You see it kind of rains down again. Can I... Well, this is not going to work, is it? Because now we're going to have a lot of water down here. And a lot of water down here. You need to be... going in like that, right? Like so. Hmm. Yeah. Alright, let's get some more... Wait, is this not working? Of course it's not working because it's full of water. So let's just drain that out. Oh, alright. And fill you in, and fill you in. Now, eventually, hopefully the gold will find its way back into here, right? Gonna take a while, then it's gonna fall on the shaker. Snow in here, not quite sure how you got in there, but okay. But yeah, it's a way of getting water. Making snow and then melting the snow. Is it viable? I don't know. But it was definitely a better way than I had in the beta. Is it a lot of water? I don't know. Well, it's kind of full. All right, let's get some more stuff. Oh, we can unlock. We could do the flare gun, and we can also do the sprint boost, and let's also do the wall light. And just to unlock that, there should be plenty of... There's like a little thing here. See if there is any more goodies on the belt here. Looks like there is. It's like a ginormous water pool. Maybe water is not going to be an issue after all. All right. Some magical flux down here. Right, let's see. All this sand should now be moving. Should be generating us money. And also those green seeds, right? Oh, hello. Another little thing here. Little cave. Is something we can burn? Hover over it. Does it say? No. Doesn't. Is there anything I can dig? No. Okay. Okay. That is moving. All of that is moving. It is moving slowly, but it's moving. And that's all that matters, right? We could theoretically start taking that away and that away, as we don't need that anymore. Of that we can take away. Although we probably would like to have this little safety vent here. Here we could potentially... Oh, wait. Hello. Flux in here. Just randomly hanging around. Oh, you see this? This is nice. So, this probably means that all the water that we are melting here should be going up here. See if we can hurry up and come out through here. Oh, and then we should perhaps do something like that. And it should come back up here. Another thing that I'm curious about. Will we... Give me a second. I would like to try something really quick here. If I use the... where are they? The thermal buffers. I do, let's say, something like that, and then take all this steam here, and put it underneath here, and then fill this up with snow. Is this going to have any effect for the steam? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, it was worth a test, right? So it does need to go all the way up in the atmosphere to kind of turn into rain, it seems like. Alright, enjoy. Make me water, please. How is this coming along? Let's make some more warmth in here. Let's make it warm. And how is the seed box here going along? This is going fine. So this interacts with water, which is going to be a little bit of an interesting issue, I think. But let's see here. We should now be able to unlock tier 3 of the factory. And then we can do a planter box. To grow various crops. And also grows into flowers, which yield gold and amethylius. It's basically petals. Also get a gun. But we are going to need a little bit of stuff for that. So let's go down and dig a little bit more. It's working, right? I feel there's a lot of stuff coming back. Well, it definitely isn't the quickest thing in the galaxy. But it does work. Residue, you needed to be... Can we just do maybe something like that and like that? Yeah, it's working. It's working. Just help out a little bit, maybe. It's gonna take a little while before all the gold get in here. It's just can help out a little bit. Oh, a little nice gold pile here is one little speck of snow here. Do we have anything else that is stuck in here? We have one little residue, 1 pixel of this. So let's put that back in there. And burn this. Yeah. Yeah, where is all the water coming from? Is it not going back down here? I think it is. Okay. I think we have a fairly clear belt now. Okay, so what else can we get to do here? We can unlock a gun, which is a... Yeah, allow for distant digging. What is this? Clearing frame. What is this? A frame that works like slow conveyor belt, but moves things inside. Good for clearing elements. I'm confused. Good for clearing elements of static surface or push floating object. Waters, wet seed in water. I'm so confused. What does that actually mean? Is that something we can build? Hmm. Well, there aren't much for dirt here. Let's go and find some. Looks like there also is a little bit of flux here. Can we get all of this dug out? I think we can. Alright, so let's just use the drones. Can I just select all of this? Just have that be placed here. Is that going to be an idea? Well, they're doing a good job. Alright, so there is nothing else here. Except for this. Can't build it. Can we burn it? Yes. Yes, we can. I think it's ice. Yeah, it's ice. And that probably means... Let's see, there was a little bit more up here. Probably means... What is this? No idea. We probably would like... that frost bed, too compact to melt. Break it loose the snow. Alright, so we need to break it first and then melt it. Okay. Well, let's make sure we are melting this before we send this to... Before we send it to Lunis, and the viewers just arrived. How are people doing today? Hope you're having a magnificent day. See how we're gonna get all of that. Snow out here. Maybe. Lunis! Numbers! How is Lunis doing today? Thank you so much for the wide. Looney Shield, Purple Rock Enemy, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a most excellent day. Frostbite, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome one, welcome all. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. We are currently looking at the game Sandustry. It's a very interesting little game. Looney Raid, Rinky Dink Games, how are you doing today? Let's also make a little shoot up here. So let's say we go all the way up here. Like so. And we'll make a little wall here. Sting X, hello. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a most excellent day as well. I hope you all are doing well. How was the stream, Lunis? Let's see here. Let's get up here and dig a little bit more sand. OC Chaos. Nice. Hello. How are you doing today? You also are having a most excellent day. Let's get that one down. We don't need that, I think. So, oh, there we go. Thank you, Ring. Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. Subbed. Seeing Axe. Thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. We do have a little residue of a overeager Hannibal here. Trying to make conveyor belts through the bedrock. Remember to like raiders. That's right. Thank you for the likes. All those interactions, they go far, helping us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. Let's see here. Alright, do we have enough sand here? Let's get the sand up. Hopefully. And let's also just kind of wall this off a little bit. Should be good enough, I think. Something like that, so it doesn't fall down. It already has. Oh, little pixel here and there. Alright, all the sand is going to be flung up here. It's going to come up here. It's going to jump over that little rock here. And I kind of wonder. Could we do that? Sure. Okay. Then sand is going to go out here. Fall into the water. Get turned into wet sand. Like so. The wet sand is going to be slowly pulled up here, all the way up here, and put on this belt eventually. There we go. There's some of the little wet dirt, together with a little bit of gold. Doesn't like a little bit of gold. And it will be shaken, and the gold will fall through into here, and then it will portal from here into here and send up into our little Scrooge McDuck's money bin. Although I probably wouldn't have dived from here into here because it's a long drop. And the residue is going to be sent through a burning box here, where we're going to be burning it. Let's just make sure there is a little bit more heat in this little heating box here, like so. And then everything that isn't burnt residue should fall down here and go back into the carousel. And then the burnt residue should fall down here, get splattered into seeds and gold. And all the seeds are going to go up here into a ginormous seed pile, which we probably should start thinking about processing. These also need water to function. So, how do we want to solve that? It's a good question. Have we actually unlocked what we need for that? We do need 2,000 to unlock the planter box. Unlock the planter box to grow various crops. Wet seeds grows into flowers, which yield gold and... Oh, how are we going to deal with that? How are we going to get gold? Big production going on? Well, we'll see. How are we going to get gold from the processing area here all the way out here? Probably we'll... that's a good question. But we are very close to getting our... Let's just help this along a little bit. Get all this gold over here. All the gold, please. Yep, all of it over here. There we go. So now we should be able to build those planter boxes. Which, well, it kind of goes onwards to something else here, which we don't know yet. Okay, so another question is, how are we going to get water for our next production line here? I think... I think we'll do something like that. Like that, okay. And then we would like to set some sort of filter here. And we will allow wet seeds to fall in here. Yeah, and then here, I guess we'll have an elevator going up like so. And we also need to get water in here, which is going to be a little bit of a pain, I think. Or is it? Say we did... Actually, is it? I actually, when I think about it, maybe not. If we make like a little snow box here, like so, and then we'll just make a little box like that. Okay, and then we'll just have like a little box in the middle here. Okay, this is... maybe a little bit less complicated than I thought it was. Okay, so let's just put some snow in here. It's still gonna be wonky, isn't it? Alright, let's get the flamethrower out. And melt the snow. Yeah, because then it's just going to go straight back in. Then you're filtering down here. So now this is turning into wet seeds, right? And then if I now take you away, now all the wet seeds should be stored here, and then all these should be go back to here. But again, we need a better way to get water, because, I mean, that is not a lot of seeds, is it? Unless we make a little snow box here. Fill that up with snow. And then flamethrower this away. That is not going to help us at all. Unless we can just release the steam here. Did it not come back down as... I don't think it did. And we'll have you send whatever lands here back out here. Are we gonna get any sort of pipes or anything like that eventually? Can we, so that would be nice. Then some of that steam is gonna go... just gonna go straight back down here, right? Doesn't need to be that big either. Hmm. But wait, why is there seeds in here? Is there something I'm missing here? So what is this? Fluids. That would have been nice. Unlock pipes. Yeah, pipes could probably help us move some fluid around, I would think. So that means we have very little sand being processed at the moment. Let's head back into the mine. And... no. Like so. Oh. Alright, let's just dig out a little bit. We're probably going to need quite a little bit of gold. We also have quite a bit of flux. Is that something we would like to check up on? Raids. Hydro sponge. Pick up liquids. Could be nice. We also have extended range. We also have vapor blaster. What does that? Increase the area of water and snow evaporation by... oh yeah, that sounds nice. And permafrost surge. Increase the number of ice particles. Alright, let's do that. And sure, we'll upgrade our flamethrower a little bit. My best friend, the flamethrower. Yeah, I tried the demo of this game, and I must say, I am sold on this game. It's kind of like a Factorio Terraria style game. Right, does seem like all the sand kind of made it onto the conveyor belts. Like so. I haven't seen much since the demo and earliest release. Seems like, yeah, a lot went into it. Yeah, I played the demo, what was it, yesterday for the first time, I think? Or was it the day after? Sorry, the day before. And I was just completely flabbergasted. And then today, when it kind of released in early access, I just couldn't wait to get my hands on this. So so yeah, I'm a happy camper for getting this. Also, this thing here, I think we can burn it. Yes. All right. Here we go. Chop chop. More chop chop. Yeah, more chop chop is needed. But yeah, it definitely seems like it is a little bit more polished than the demo was, I would say. Although I had tons of fun with the demo. And as I said, like in the beginning of the stream, it kind of, if you played Minecraft with the create mod, it kind of tickles that little itch there. You're just gonna have to take cobblestone, convert the cobblestone into gravel, convert the gravel into sand, convert the sand into dust, convert the dust into what is it, iron ingots. Yeah, it's kind of that type of itch. It tickles. This is a nice pile of dirt. I'm also a little bit worried that actually we might not actually have enough water to process all of this. Do we actually have any good way of... Oh! Okay, use a shift to speed up. Okay. To process things that isn't... Yeah, I just go back in here. But I do think we're gonna be filling this up a little bit with more snow so we can get some more water. Those Minecraft mods get pretty wild, yeah. I do like myself some create mods in Minecraft, I must say. Even vanilla redstone machines are crazy. Yeah, I remember when they released the piston update. I dreamt about pistons, and I was like sitting there in my dreams like, oh gosh, I know the answer to like an infinity machine, and we can generate power off of it. I went crazy with that piston update on Minecraft. I think I was one of the first 100 to buy Minecraft. Minecraft was a game changer for me. It was like a whole brand new dimension in my mind just opened up. Which was kind of cool. Alright, there we go. All of this is going to turn into steam. All that steam, hopefully, well, the majority of the steam, at least, will fall back down as water. There is actually a little bit of steam that will fall down here, which I'm not very happy with, because that is going to fall down here on the gold line. Which then eventually will fall down here. Okay, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. But yeah, getting this, we should have, again, we have already kind of redone the factory once, but we should have made this a little bit better. A little bit more. By the way, how much, there's still a little bit of heat in here. So, let's burn those thermal blocks, get the temperature up. Up those numbers. Alright, so how are we doing with... you're supposed to be here. This is snow, right? Let's burn that. So how much did it cost to get those where was it? Here? No. Air dispensers? No, I'm looking for... Where was it I saw it? Pipes and stuff? Here. No. I'm confused. There. Oh, we can actually build it now. Oh, that is nice. Okay, so what we can do now, we should be able to just get a... If it's the same as the demo, we should be able to get a pump. Let's place a pump here. And then we'll get a vent. Liquid vent. Let's just plop that here. And we'll get some pipes. And then just bring those out here. And then you should be able to pump some of that water in here. Like so. And then I think we're also going to be making a... I think we're going to be making like a little bit of a safety valve here. So we have another pump say we have a pump here. Then have another valve in here. Valve with vent in here. So we don't overfill that area. Let's go here and out to here and out to here. So if we overfill this with water, it shouldn't be like the biggest problem in the galaxy. Another thing, should we do like something like this? Just toss things around a little bit, kind of mixing it in so the water kind of, you know, mixes into the seeds. Then we have a whole bunch of wet seeds. Which means we're going to be making that in the flower box. We have unlocked that, haven't we? Yes, but how do we want to do this? So what I think we'll do, I think we'll make a conveyor belt, 2 out, and then we'll make a filter which allow wet seeds go that way. And then we'll continue this. Yeah, we'll continue it like so. Then we'll make this like a little plant box area. I don't know how big these are gonna get or will happen, but basically what will happen, let's take one little seed here, that little one there. Can I put that in here? Oop. And then it starts to grow. And it made like a little flower. Nice. And what do we do with a little flower? Oh, I know. Fire. So that made gold and petals. Okay. Which means we're going to need to have a transport belt going in that direction. And then we need to get the gold all the way up to here. Okay, and then we can make a allow those flower petals. They can go down here. For now, at least. So, like so. And we'll figure something out with those petals. And can we copy and did we do it? Just drag it out? No. Copy. Copy and paste. Is there no paste? No. No. None of that. But yeah, then the gold needs to get from here and be launched up here. There's the goal. And then this goal is going to be traveling for 1 million. I think we'll just do something like that. Okay, so you're going to fall down here. We're going to be turning do that way, do that way. And then we also unlocked another block, I think. Or have we not unlocked it yet? It was... Oh, this one. Oh, we need another 1,000. Okay, we'll just... Well, we'll just do this then. Then do that. There we go. Ah, nice. Just watch the world burn. Let's also... do something like that. We also have this thing here. Moves elements. I mean... I do that and make that like so. Is that gonna be terrible? Wow. Is the garden over self-igniting now? I think so. Oh, that was a bad idea. Maybe we should allow wet seeds. Yeah, we should probably have done that. That was a bad idea. Let's get all the petals. Can we use those? That was a bad idea as well. Shouldn't have opened up the box. Oh, there's more of them up here? Oh, no. Oh, that got out of hand really quick. Then you need to be conveyor belt out here. Then we'll just make sure that we're kind of just flinging that up here. Oops. Gosh, how much is it? But yeah, there is more. Lots more. What seeds? You can go down here. Okay, I think that is it. Yeah, that's a lot of flowers. Oh, there we go. But yeah, it doesn't seem like this works. So we are going to have to use a conveyor belt. Like so. Now it seems like we are keeping up. Look at this. Look at this. Confetti. Whee. But I'm also wondering if we would like to do Wet seed. Go through here. No, there are just some regular seeds in here. There we go. Bits of petal. Made it. Bits of petals. Made it on the gold line. Where? Oh, my. Petals. You're not supposed to be here. How the heck did you manage to do that? I don't care. To do. Oh, you need to be all the way out here. Not gonna be an issue. Look at that. It's a little golden shell, but what is... Why is there residue in here? I'm not 100% sure how everything here kind of goes. But we're still doing... Oh. We are out of water. It's kind of unfortunate. So, snow o'clock. Let's fill this in with snow. And then we'll bring out the good old flamethrower, and then there we go. Make me steam. We're not seriously going to take those 3 little pixels here. There you go. Everything is turned into steam. Steam goes up here, well, the majority, and then it rains back down. You might fall down here, which goes down here, which then goes down here. So that's fine. This, on the other hand, is not fine. Okay. Giant pile of gold here not being used because of it's filling up with water here. Yeah, it seems like we might have to rethink our layout here, but we should have quite a bit of gold here now. But it seems like we are kind of at the point where we kind of have to manually move it and then maybe think about redoing our entire factory. I mean, an easy way would be to just... Okay, here is an easy way. We'll pump that from here, and then we'll pump it out here. That should fall straight down into here, right? And then we need a pipe. And you go from here to here. And then we could perhaps do something similar here. We'll get some pumps here. And then... like so. There we go. Now the gold is coming through. Okay. Ah. Yeah, we should perhaps maybe next time try and redo the entire system here. I kind of would like to find out what this is all about. Can I get to that? Yes. Nope. Okay. Can I just... Can't use that one here. Can't use that one here either. And... do we have to maybe have the gun? Let's see, tool. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That's how we do it. So let's filter that through here. Is there anything else here? Okay. And then we should be able to walk over here. Nice! Alright. What is this? Create a sockable augment. Okay. Or we can get one in movement speed. Okay. We can get sprint boosts. No idea what's happening, but okay. We did something. We did get one little thing. Now we should also be able to dig with this bad boy here. Let's what happened here? Yeah, so we should be able to... Oh, we can dig through here as well. Interesting. So we can just now sit here and dig. Oh. With the gun. I don't know if it's easier or harder to dig with the gloves or not. So it doesn't seem like I can... Oh, there's a little pixel. Oh, hello. What is that? Little Mickey Mouse? Yep. This is how we're going to get sand. We're just going to sit here, empty our magazines into the dirt. Like so. that should hopefully turn into quite a lot of gold. Hopefully. Right. See, oh wait, there is like one little pixel in here somewhere. There we go. Oh man, this is such a great thing with the bigger box, because in the demo you only had that tiny little one. Which was great. Do you think that goes down to somewhere out here? You. Move you. No, that goes out here. So all that stuff here we can evaporate. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Are we gonna get enough water now? Can we use... No. Can we use the portal then? I don't think that did anything. Does seem like it does things, but I mean, now we can just have it go back and forward here. This, on the other hand, is a little bit of a problem. I think. And now all the water should be going back in here, right? Yeah, we're kind of almost full here. But luckily there is like tons and tons of sand coming up here. But yeah, I think maybe that does it for today, I think. So with that, my friends, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you, Lunis, for the raid. And I do hope you all will have a fantastic day onwards. And until next time, take care and keep smiling. Bye.